So y'all know I'm not one to double upload, but this shit just kind of like hit my dome. So like, yeah. Hello, welcome back to the Sweetest Taboo podcast. I think we're on episode 6, and today's topic is 30-year-olds in late 20s. And before this video start, you 30-year-old ass niggas.
Why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad?
I can connect you if you
Want to, I don't know. Get the Bluetooth on. You know how I get about content and shit, but what you think you can't do it because you 30? What you think you can't do it because you 30, bro? The big 30, bro. 28, 29, 27, just because you think. Nigga, you scared? What, you scared you can be called childish? Man, pussy, I don't know. Cut this off before I get mad. I don't know.
So I've been doing some like thinking and stuff like that, and like to the people who like actually like my content and like are older than me, or like feel like they're stuck in a rock and a hard place, whether that's like dating me, having an opinion of me, or just simply just liking watching my content and a fan of it or a supporter of it, however that mindset you want. For me, I would like, I don't know, I feel like fans, because it's so much more like more of a positive spin instead of supporters, where supporters is just like more humble, you know. But for me, I kind of want to do fans. Like, I don't know, if you're a fan of my work, like, come peep, like, you know, come slide. And I'll have to say to like the 30-year-olds, like, why are you not out here exploring and following your dreams? I don't give a fuck if you stop doing whatever you said you was going to do, however, years ago. It's about discipline. Every day you got to wake up and be like, I got to get this money. Every day you got to wake up and be like, I got to get these hoes off me. Every day you got to be like, I got to get this money. Every day you got to be like, I got to get this money for my family and for me. Like, I gotta provide for myself and look out for myself and only myself. Like, and that's just simply just how I feel. And I kind of feel like a lot of 30-year-olds or late 20-year-olds are like kind of feeling like imposter syndrome, because like they're kind of like they're kind of in that floating in between. There's always like a floating period in, like, I feel like in ages, especially right now. For me, I'm turning 24, going on to 25, and I'm like super excited. But like, as much as I want to discourage like you're getting older, I'm like, yeah, you're definitely right, I am getting older. And like sometimes I confuse like getting older with getting younger, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's just like the female brain, like, in general. But like, as I was saying, like, especially I feel like when it comes to like black men, they feel like a huge insecurity about their age, or just men in general. They just feel an insecurity about their age. Like, I'm literally 20 something, and I could be literally following my dreams right now. Like, I could be this far right now if I really wanted to. But I kind of feel like all that shit is like super unrealistic. In my opinion, I kind of feel like you have to be grateful for what you have in the moment instead of being grateful for what you don't have in the foreseeable future, and or don't be grateful for what you don't have. I kind of feel like y'all should, especially when you're older than me, I kind of feel like y'all should be grateful for what y'all do have. Now, before you get on my head and be like, I know this young buck is not talking shit when I just seen her do so and so and so and so and so and so. So if you know so and so and so and so, why are you sitting up here in my face like, come with me, and you'll see all the dreams and the aspirations. I got connects. Not really though. But like, yeah, and I kind of feel like a lot of 30-year-olds I see nowadays, and I feel like so appreciative to see nowadays, especially not even in their 30s, especially in their maybe even in their 80s or 70s, like to see them still alive and achieving what they love is like so inspirational. Like, especially, and like I'm gonna keep it a real buck with you, like people who make it seem like real life like achievements are like less than like dream goals, because you have realistic goals and you have dream goals. I'm more of a in the dream goal category instead of the realistic goal, if that makes sense. But really is like real or fake from the real. We live and dying to live, and that's why we got so many women. We trying to chase deep, busting guns, making and they motherfucker they chains. Who do you love? But if you know what that song is by YG, I love that shit. But yeah, hopefully my phone not dying. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, like I was saying though, like I said, it's super inspirational to see like other people who are like above me or have like a lot more wisdom than me, like still achieve their goals to this day, instead of just like, oh, I'm scared of people to think of me, I'm scared of people who are gonna judge me, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. So I'm just like, you know, don't be. And I kind of feel like with me, what's been helping me get through like this content stuff and like learning about this content stuff every day, because people will make it seem like it's one all be all, when in reality it's about the journey. Like people always forget about the fucking journey. Like it's about the journey. So like yeah, and I kind of feel like what's been helping me get by is like looking out and seeking out different mentors that kind of like help me navigate how I view my life and how I want to navigate my life. A few, especially for women who are kind of like in my field and kind of feel like, you know, a lot of pressure or whatever the case may be. A lot of pressure from like, not only from like society, from a woman's perspective, from a single black woman's perspective, a lot of pressure from like society, the patriarchy, men, woman, misogynistic people, racism, what else? Maybe, I don't even, like mental health, black women mental health and stuff like that, even black men mental health. So like I also want to dive into that topic as well. But like, yeah, the people who've been getting me by recently has been the unpunishable woman. She has got me this far. Like she helps me get to where I need to get to every day, and she helps me reparent myself every single time. So if you feel like you need to reparent yourself and you're feeling like kind of weakened by these men or feel threatened by these men, she will be the main source of like where you get that from. I also want to like talk about how like men have like this view on life as well, as like, this is a man's world, this is how we live our lives every day, follow these rules or you're gonna die. And that's just kind of how I feel. And I kind of feel like I've been like subjected to that multiple times in a row. Like you can even look back on like, you know, a couple of like videos or relationships that, you know, kind of reflect that. And like I think that's like more so rooted in like maybe like daddy issues and stuff like that, and or just from like aggressive behavior, because men are just naturally aggressive. And I could say on their end, but I'm not gonna say none of that. But like just like, yeah, and I noticed that especially when it came to the unpunishable woman. I'm just like, wow, you just think your world is just how it's supposed to be. Hoes, sex, money, competition with other men, claiming bitches are not even yours. Just a whole, that's just like a man's world. It's just like that. Pussy. And that's really it. As long as they're not gay though, like as long as they're not gay, we're good. But like, that's it. That's really it to a man's world for real. And it's like, it's probably the same thing for a woman's world for real. Like, it's nothing but just like dick and like fighting over a man and like wanting to have a family. It's like the same thing. It's literally the patriarchy. It's like the same thing. So like another thing that I learned about the patriarchy, that shit never stops. Like, you have to keep fighting for your rights, because like sometimes men gotta be put in check. And like for me, like I be saying some wild freaky ass shit, right? And sometimes men would take it to the extreme, like, I was just playing, right? Like, I know you're just playing, but I kind of want to see, like, no. Just no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Just no. Just no. I don't know. But, like, yeah. That stuff is, like, really irritating for me. Genuinely. But, like, yeah, there was another issue that I wanted to talk about. Like, another topic was, like, black men's mental health. Like, I'm just diving into it, just peeping it, especially in their 30s. Like, there are still suicidal 30-year-olds walking around, like, and that's what kind of like breaks my heart. Like, damn, you're still 30 and you still like suicidal. Not in a way if you think I'm like, oh, you're weak as fuck. It's more so like, damn, like, the mental health still is a problem when you're older. Like, still is a problem. And I kind of feel like, I used to think like, just because I could be older and wiser, I would live longer, or just because I could what's what I'm looking for? I don't know, like, you have to understand, like, I feel like for me, always used to feel like if I was older, like, a lot of this stuff would probably go my way. But I realize as you get older, a lot of the stuff that's coming in and out of your life is like trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. So never be afraid to get back up, ever in life. And I can say that to a 30-year-old all day, because, like, bro, you feel me? It just hit different. It hits completely different, especially when you see somebody who's in the same league as you. Like, I would be envious if I was to see a fashionista with so much money, just getting paid to exist and just having like all the free clothes from Shein, and like all the free clothes or the plug she been plugged by her homeboys. Like, I'd be so quick to like do something like that, so I don't know, but like, yeah. And I kind of feel like with like black men's mental health, especially in their 30s, like, that shit is actually crazy. Like, just like, yeah, that's just crazy. Don't do it, obviously, but like, eye to eye, a mano to mano, heart to heart, I see you, bro. We in this shit together. Like, simple as that. Like, hands down. And I also want to talk about like the topic of like cheating. Like, it really is that easy to cheat, but at the same time, it's not that easy to cheat. Like, you can really get lost in a fantasy until it's not a fantasy no more. Like, I can genuinely see how people would cheat. Like, I can genuinely see how their partner would be like, babe, she seduced me, or like, babe, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy on work. She kissed me. I'm over here just trying to do me. I'm thinking it's you. Basically, I'm just, doing what we usually do. The habit, sex. So I can definitely see how people can like cheat subconsciously and shit like that, and make it seem like, I'm stupid or I'm dumb, because sometimes there are husbands and our wives and our relationships where cheating is, you don't even think about it. You're just, doing the do, whatever. You're just like, okay, like, how people can be like, I've been seeing like a lot of trends lately on Twitter, like, especially on Twitter, they love saying you can always be, what's the word, fuckable but forgotten, or You know, just a waste of body. Like, don't think you're ever too special in somebody's life. You can always be replaced, which is honestly 100% true in the aspect that I'm putting it in. So, like, when I think about that in that term, then it's like a whole different story. Like, damn, okay, I can kind of see it. Especially if they do it like one time and be like, okay, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. Like, I was just, I don't know what happened. You know, she got me, basically. Like, fuck. So, I don't know. That stuff can actually get really tricky. And it's like, for me, not to stitch and don't shoot the messenger, but like, that stuff has happened to me like multiple times, where you can be seduced for so long, or like, it's just like, lust is just so irritating. And like I said, my life has been great ever since I cut out lust. And ever since I've like been super, super disciplined on like the goals and aspirations that I've been wanting on. So like, discipline. But yeah, that's what kind of been like what's been getting me through these hard times, is being the unpunishable woman. Please do your research up on her. She helps me get through a lot in my life. And just like, that is honestly a practice. It's not a win all be all. It's just simply just a practice. So just like, yeah. But like, yeah, I also don't want to feel how like my people who are in their late 20s or in their 30s to feel really weird about liking like my fan base, or liking me, or just liking my whole brand as a general. I honestly do appreciate that. Like, it comes from a whole different aspect, and I hope that I'm doing my job correctly to help make y'all feel comfortable as possible, and make y'all feel seen as possible and heard as possible. But like, yeah, I love you guys to the fucking fullest. Like, I've never, especially when it comes to like a 30-year-old, when you get a compliment from a 30-year-old, it's like, it just hit different. Like, I don't know. Like, they just mind their business. They don't really give a fuck, for real. Like, if you really want to talk about it, the young hoes is really the 30-year-olds. Like, they do what the fuck they want to do. Like, promise. My question to y'all, not only to y'all, but to me, is, would I date a 30-year-old? Would I date somebody in their late 20s? Yes, but I'm going to be intimidated with, like, the hierarchy of our brains. Because he probably knows a lot more, but that doesn't mean that he's better than me. Or superior to me. Like, never in life, like, no. So, I don't know. People, I get a lot of criticism from people saying, like, you always date younger. I don't know. I'm just doing me. And some people will probably think, like, I date younger because, like, you know how people date younger and just be like, because they don't know nothing, I can just get by. No. I kind of just date how I want to date, and like, my dating history does not have to be consistent. The only time that's only been consistent is when it's with a black man or a Hispanic. That's like the only time it's consistent. But like, or they're emo, or they're probably content creators, or they're rappers, something in the creative field. Like, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. Maybe I should clean it up. I don't know. I'm just kind of just doing me, for real. But you probably won't see that more of me. Like, there's no more dating. Like, even I cut out dating. Peaceful. I don't have to worry about nothing. Like, nothing. Bro, my phone died. But like, yeah, I kept going on anyway. But just like, yeah. Alright, y'all. I love y'all. Be safe. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow in the next episode. Hopefully I'm talking about something like for real, because y'all know I don't usually double upload, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.